a stick or your mama's broom. Lock yourself up inside your room. Turn your stereo way up loud.
He couldn't stop watching now, even if he wanted to. Sitting atop the thickly muscled neck was a head that seemed almost too large for the massive body. Its big, fat head had a broad face with high cheekbones. The prominent forehead had two short, upward-curving horns. Around the wide mouth, it had a dark goatee with a curling mustache. His ears were large and pointed, with small tufts of fur at the tips. The nose was long and refined, with a fierce, downward curve. The eyes were deeply sunken and inscrutable, and gave off the feeling that if you stared into them too long, you risked having your soul sucked from your body. His thin lips were curved into a contemptuous smile that showed pointed teeth with jutting, razor-edged canines. Behind his furry hindquarters, his long, barbed tail lashed the ground furiously as he walked. The demonic giant stalked back and forth, studying its prey. Zac tracked its every movement with the point of his flaming sword, tensely awaiting the demon's next move. His legs trembled. In the next instant, its mouth opened wide, and fireballs shot forth aimed at Zac. Moving faster than he dreamed possible, he parried them with the blade of his sword, and they went spinning off into the stage walls. And just as he did that, the demon glared at him, and twin beams of blinding red light issued from its eyes. Zac was just able to bring up his shield before the beams would have bored through the breastplate of his armor. Then, realizing the rays weren't penetrating, the devil ceased projecting them and stalked forward, moving closer to Zac, his clawed hands clasping and unclasping in rage. Zac stepped forward too, and for tense moments the two warriors stalked each other in a tight circle, both crouching, alert for any weakness on their opponent's part. As he circled, Zac's foot stepped in the remains of a shattered spotlight, and he slipped backwards on the slippery broken glass. Then the demon made its move, charging forward and tackling Zac. As he drove Zac backward, Zac pummeled his head and back with the hilt of his sword. It felt like punching solid steel. Finally, the devil plowed Zac into a back wall, shoving him through the sheetrock. When he stepped back from Zac pushed himself away from the wall and charged, lunging and swinging his sword in wide, furious arcs at the Lord of Lies. But the demon was infernally quick and dodged each blow before landing. However, Zac was fast too, and managed to nick him on one arm as he fended off a blow. To Zac's relief, the sword cut its flesh, and something, not blood as humans know it, spilled from the wound and burned through the floorboards like acid. The devil stepped inside Zac's guard and slammed him in the face with a titanic blow, rocking his head back and causing Zac to drop his sword. Without thinking, Zac brought his shield up and caught the demon under the chin, staggering it back. But in an instant, it had recovered and charged again. This time he got within Zac's guard and got around behind him. He grabbed the top of Zac's helmet with one brawny hand and pulled his head back, while his forearm shot around Zac's throat. Then, with a triumphant laugh that chilled the onlookers, the demon slowly began to squeeze the life out of Zac Master. Zac thrashed with all the strength in his mighty body. He kicked backward and pounded his fist and his shield on the sides of the devil's torso, all to no avail. Time seemed to stand still as Zac felt the life draining from his body. Matt leapt out of bed, dropped to his knees, lowered his head, and prayed, "Oh, Heavenly Father, please save Zac Master." Then nervously he raised his eyes to the laptop screen, so now he was there. Still, he wasn't absolutely sure if this was the end of the world or the most fantastic rock show ever. Maybe both. After all, this was Zac Master. Smiling evilly, the demon kept squeezing, and Zac ran out of air. Then, in another moment, Zac knew he would be dead, so he cast his eyes heavenward, and in a strangled voice implored, "Lord, show me your glory."
Grab a stick or your mama's broom. Lock yourself up inside your room.